Hello and welcome back. It's puzzle time with Sudoku Sleuth, and today we're going to be playing color by numbers. Well, I should actually specify it's color by numbers speedrun because we actually have played color by numbers before. Now, this is the second time we're playing this particular variant, so if you haven't played the previous one and you don't recognize the title, I highly recommend you go and check it out. And I'm pointing here as if I'm going to remember later on to put a card with a link to the actual video for this particular puzzle. So certainly check that out first before you try and attempt this particular puzzle. Now, it's been a few times now that Willpower, who's a constructor of this puzzle and the previous one I've just recommended, has posted essentially what are speedruns. So, the request that he's made is post your time on Logic Master's Deutschland, if you like, bonus for less than 10 minutes and double bonus for less than 8 minutes. Now, knowing that this is a weekend puzzle, and that we have a challenge to solve this in 8 minutes, you can see that it's a bit of a cop-out because once again I'm recording at late evening, sort of coming up to 10 PM here, so I'm not particularly confident I'm going to be able to solve smoothly a 2-star difficulty rated puzzle right now. So this is a much more approachable puzzle for a weekend one. Anything else to mention before I take you onto the grid and rule sets? You can see, of course, the typical color by numbers. Normally, these would be like children's coloring books, and then you'd have essentially lines with numbers inside them, telling them what kind of green or red or blue or whatever color it is that you're meant to be putting in there to hopefully put together a lovely picture. And I guess Sleuth, with all of his artistic work, relying on computers to do it for him, unsurprisingly needs a bit of assistance. Anyhow, let's take a look at today's puzzle and rule sets. So, color by number speedrun from Willpower. And rules-wise, we've got the following. Normal Sudoku rules apply. That means place the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, column, and 3 by 3 box. That's rule 1. Summing lines. So, the lines each have a value according to their color. And all colors have different values. Cell numbers are equal to the sum of all the line values that go through that cell's center. So the example here is row 3, column 3. Row 3, column 3, this cell is essentially equal to the value of blue, red, and purple. So let me just try and illustrate this with a more concrete example. Let's assume that purple is 1. Let's assume that blue is 2. Let's assume that red is 3. And therefore, everywhere where red is, it would be a 3. Where only red is, mind you. And everywhere where blue is, and again, only where blue is, it would be a 2. Lastly, everywhere where is a purple, it would be a 1. Now, when the lines intersect, so do we have any examples where they intersect different colors? Not really. So when blue, red, and purple all intersect, you have to add them all up, and that would be a 6. Is that 6 again? Yeah. And yeah, but this one is different because it's green. Let's say this is 4. Then that would be a different intersection, which is adding 1, 3, and 4 for 8. I can still do maths. So that's essentially how the summing lines work. Is there anything else that's there? Row 2, column 3 is the value of purple. Yep. Colorblind people, there are 5 colors with the first initial to the left of the center with only that color: red, blue, purple, orange, and green. Cells without any color lines can be any digit. So just because that I've specified that purple is 1, you can see clearly in box 2 that 1 now, based on my example, is one of these 2 cells. So I can put any value in any of these blank cells. And I think I've kind of covered the rule. So what else do we have? Kropki pairs, numbers with a white dot between them are consecutive, and numbers with a black dot between them are in a 2-to-1 ratio. I don't actually see, yes, I do see a black dot. And not all possible dots are given. So this 3 here, for it to be consecutive next to the 3, it would have to be 2, or 4, so that it is indeed consecutive with the 3. My 6 example and the 1, 2, 3 example was awful. If that was a 2, this cell would have to be in a 2-to-1 ratio. That could be 1, that could be 4. The fact that it's specifically saying that there are no negative constraints, a 2 with a 4 in here, again, more awful examples from me. No black dot, not a problem. Let's see, a 2 with a 3 next to it, and clearly they are consecutive. Without a white dot, that's also not a problem. So that's all the rules we have for today. So if you feel like coloring alongside Sudoku Sleuth, link will be in the description down below for you to do so. And with that said, I'm going to restart the clock and see how I get on. Now, last time I tried this, I tried coloring, and you can see already by my lengthy explanation that I'm not particularly looking for a fast solve here. So I'm going to just use letters for a second. These are all B's, they're blue, and only blue. These are all reds, we know that. They're only R's, P's. I can already see that orange is interesting. It's purple 1. Let me think about this. So this is clearly O, and this is O plus P, but it has to be consecutive to the O, and therefore, because I'm adding a number, it's not 0, and for it to be consecutive, it can only be a +1. So P's are 1, and therefore this is OP. You can see why I went for letters, because you start to run out of potential colors straight away. So I'm just going to go with L, as in OPL. This is L again. This is O. This is L. What's RBG going to be? And interestingly, it's in a 2-to-1 ratio. So I can tell immediately that this is going to be obviously the bigger digit between B and 2 times B. So let's just try a few different examples. If that's a 2, this would have to be a 4, but it clearly can't be, because that would have to be 1 plus 2 plus R, which would have to be another 1 to get to 4. So this can't even be a 2. This has to be higher. 3 and 6 would work if R is 2. So that does work. And then the other possibility is 4 with an 8, and then that would be 1 and 4, and that would be 3. So this is actually a lot more restricted than you may think. So I said 3 or 4, come on, Sleuth, 3 or 4, 6 or 8, and therefore 2 or 1 and 4 is 5, and to get to 3 is 3. So that's the possibilities. And it looks like they are also 1 apart consistently. 3, 4, 2, 3, and I can already see what it is. The reason I can say that is you take a look at what 2 and 3 is doing here with this white crop key dot. So if I go with 2, we know because of what's going on in box 1 that this would have to be a 3 for this to be a 6. And then what would be the consecutive digit that is not 1 or 3 next to the 2? So that doesn't work. That's 3, that's 4. 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 3, 4, 8. And then the consecutive digits next to the 3, well, it's not 4, it's a 2. So greens now are 2s. And I think I've almost done all of it now, except for the O's and L's. So, and hang on, 2, 3, 4, that's a 9. Right, so what are these cells? This is 5, 6, 7. I know that this is +2, this is +1, that's a 5, that's the 6, that's the 7. Lovely. So O's are 5s, L's are 6s. I think I've only got just these two. These are 7s. This is an 8. This is a 9. Another 8, another 9, and another 7. And I think I keep saying that and then immediately spot that I haven't actually completed all of them. Excuse me. And now I think I have indeed completed all of the lines. So just straightforward Sudoku from here. Ones, you know, I keep saying that, and then I really struggle with just plain old Sudoku. Hang on, there's another digit in here. That's a 6. So rather than doing what I'm doing here, I think what I should be going for. So these boxes, these boxes, they're all complete. How is that helpful? I think the trick is to try and figure out am I missing any other rules? I'm not missing any other rules. Right, maybe Sudoku to try and complete this box. How about let's do that. So I am missing 8, 9, 4, 8, 9. 9 is none of these cells. That's 9. That's 4. That's 8. Lovely. Right, we're clearly going to have to do a bunch of pencil marking now, so I was on the right track when I started deleting stuff. Was that the ones? That was the ones. Am I going to do this everywhere? No, I'm just going to stick to these 2 boxes for now. 2s, 3s. That's a 2-3 pair. That is a digit I can just write in. That is a 1-3 pair. That is a digit I can write in. So this is 4. This is 6. Should allow me to write in a 4, presumably. No. Yes. 4, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 1. Lovely. 6 I should be able to write in. Yep. Right. This is 8 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. That's 7. That's 9. That's 8. This is a digit to write in, 9. Another digit, 5, 7. Lovely. We're actually not far off 8. Hang on, this was 6. We're not going to be that far off 8 minutes by the looks of things. 1. So 1, 2, 3 again is helpful. 2 and 3. Where are the 2s and 3s? They're going to be 3s, 2s. What else am I missing? 7. 7 can't be in here. 7 is joining the 2, making this a 3. Okay. Let's do 1, 2, 3 in here as well. 1s, 2s, 3s. Far less useful this time. Okay. What's going on with 4s? What's going on up here? 8s. That's a 4. What's going on with 4s down there? No 4s. 4 is just written in now. What is these 2 cells? 7, 5. That's 5. That's 7. That allows me 2 and 7. That would allow me 5, 6, and 9. That would be 2. That's 3. And come on, Sleuth. Nearly there. 754. I'm going to miss out narrowly on this. Bit of a shame because it's so close and it's just my scanning is horrendous, as you can see. And that's the solution for today's puzzle. Lovely puzzle. 808. We'll call it under 8. We'll call it under 8. Just given the lengthier explanation I went with, as usual. Hope that you guys enjoyed the puzzle and video. Quick one for a Sunday morning. Bit cheeky of me to go for an Equality Cages puzzle for a Sunday evening. So what I may do is go for another Ngublo series for Sunday evening, but make sure it's a more approachable one than some of the 2-star and 3-star difficulty monster ones that are in there. See you back soon. Bye-bye for now.